Hey y'all.
What it do?
Not much. I'm about to go on a trip though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm finna go to the fifth dimension. It's gonna be lit. You coming?
For sure.
Alright, cool. But first, roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Dream Dosage where we dream every second. My name is GodDESs and this channel is all about spiritual growth and following your dreams. So in today's video, we are talking about how to get to the fifth dimension. Now, what exactly is the fifth dimension? The fifth dimension is a place where you can manifest your reality very quickly. You may hear a lot of spiritual teachers talk about the fifth dimension, but you may not exactly know how to get there. And I have been there, so I want to help you also get to the fifth dimension. It does take some work. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's super duper easy, but
it's hard,
with some willpower and with a strong desire, you can too go into the fifth dimension. Now, the fifth dimension is not a place that you go. It is a state of mind. It is a level of consciousness that you have to reach in your spiritual practice. Now, before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for liking this video and for sharing.
Support
and
your
also
girl.
For subscribing if you are new. So thank you. And yeah, let's just get right into it. In the fifth dimension, you really don't have to think about time. You don't have to think about space and the realities. You really look at life and you look at the world and you look at everything outside of you. You look at it as your spirit and as your soul. You're able to take yourself out of this I'm just a human perspective, and you start to reach your higher self perspective and see yourself outside of you. Now, I have been to the fifth dimension, and I'm going to make a video on that, on my experience in the fifth dimension. And when I went there, it was really crazy experience because it was the first time that I was able to see my reality outside of me, outside of who I grew up as, and just look at everything from that spiritual perspective. Now, people are always talking about creating your reality and all that kind of stuff. Well, in order to do that and to do it effectively and to do it quickly, you're going to want to go to the fifth dimension, because that is where all the magic happens. Because when you're there, you're not having these doubts and you're not having these, blockages in your brain. When you're in the fifth dimension, it's basically like you're in a dream where you can create things at will. Now, the first thing you want to do when you want to go to the fifth dimension is you need to open your third eye. You're not going to be able to realize or understand that you're in the fifth dimension if you're asleep, if you're not awake to the fact that you're a spiritual being, and to know that you have a lot of power within yourself. By opening your third eye, you'll be able to see your reality in a whole new way. So definitely the first thing you want to do before you want to get into the fifth dimension, of course, you need to have your third eye open. Second thing that you want to do is you want to get out of this mindset of always having to be logical. You'll be thinking with your right brain. You'll be thinking about the brain that is, all about imagination, all about creativity and manifestation, and thinking outside of, the matrix. When you use your right brain, it helps you to, get in touch with your inner self, your higher self, get in touch with God, get in touch with the universe, get in touch with who you really are, that soul that is within you. That will help you to get to the fifth dimension, because you're not thinking about yourself in human form. As a human, we have a lot of doubts, and we have to use reasoning and logic to create, in our minds why things exist and why things are happening. When you're in your right brain, you don't think about things in that manner. The third thing that you really want to do if you want to go to the fifth dimension is you really want to have a good practice of meditation. Before I went to the fifth dimension, I was meditating a lot. I was listening to a lot of 432 hertz music. I was, meditating, once or twice a day. You really don't have to do that much. You can even do like meditation like a few times a week, and that would even be good. But the more meditation you do, the better. And make sure that you're really getting into a space where you're getting in touch with your higher self, and just really learning how to meditate is so helpful. It helps you with your mind, your body, and it helps you to be more calm, and it helps you to get out of this left brain way of thinking and really get into the right brain of thinking and thinking about things on a more abstract level. So definitely meditation is a great way for you to get into the fifth dimension. The fourth thing that you want to do if you want to go to the fifth dimension, you really want to eat a plant-based diet. I'm getting back into a more plant-based diet. I kind of fell off a little bit when I was just going through a lot of stuff in life, but like when I went to the fifth dimension, I was vegan, and I was a vegan for, I want to say, about like 2 to 3 months before I actually went to the fifth dimension. So yeah, definitely eat well. And even though you can still have spiritual experiences while not having a plant-based diet, but if you want to get there quickly, that is the best way to do it. It just kind of seems to me that, you know, when I was eating more plant-based and eating fruits and vegetables and drinking a lot of water, especially alkaline water, that helped me to reach, you know, a certain level of health within myself and a certain level of power and strength and just strong belief systems. And my mind wasn't so cloudy. So to get to the fifth dimension for me was like, oh, it's going to happen. You know, there was no fogginess inside of my brain because I was cleaning my system out, and I was drinking a lot of alkaline water. So if you can get your hands on some alkaline water, that would be great, because you know it's just really good for you, and it rejuvenates your cells in your body. It really helps to open up that third eye, and it really helps to clear out that pineal gland. So definitely eat plant-based and drink alkaline water if you would like to go to the fifth dimension. The fifth way that can help you get to the fifth dimension would be substances. Now, I'm not saying that you should be doing anything crazy or you should be doing anything illegal, you know, but there are certain substances that, you know, are now legal in the US.
Puff, puff, pass, mother sucker.
Those substances can help you to get into the fifth dimension. From what I've done in my research, a lot of people that take psychedelics, they're definitely going to higher dimensions, because when they're seeing things and they're having their trip, they're in different states of minds, they're in different dimensions, and that's why the experience is just so, you know, life-changing, because you see reality in a way that is not normal. You see it in a way that is just all over the place and not this same construct that we've been told about. You are basically able to see your reality in a higher dimension, even higher than the fifth dimension. But yeah, just using, you know, plants that you want to, you know, ingest or you want to smoke, that can definitely help you to get into the fifth dimension. Please be careful if you are deciding to use substances to help you get there. You do not have to use substances. I'm not telling you to use a substance. I'm just letting you know, based on my research and based on things that I've learned and that I've seen before, these are ways that you can go into higher dimensions of reality. But you do not have to do this, and I'm not telling anyone to go get any type of substance to do anything. You know, if you decide to do that, that is your own personal choice. The sixth thing that you really want to do if you want to go into the fifth dimension is to do your research. Okay, do your research on spirituality. Just learn as much as you can about spirituality. Really take it seriously. I feel as though I was able to go into the fifth dimension because it's literally all that I thought about. It's all that I wanted. I was watching so many videos of like Infinite Waters talking about the fifth dimension. It made me feel like, oh my gosh, wow, like I really want to go there. Like I need to go to the fifth dimension, you know what I mean?
Purse.
It's just something that I really wanted. Like I really wanted it. Like I had a strong desire to really go there, and I just did as much research as I could possibly do, and I just bombarded my brain with all of these spiritual ideas and ideologies. And the more information that I learned, the more that I was able to really grasp, you know, spiritual concepts. And I guess, you know, I was just working so hard, you know, the universe just granted me, you know, with access to the fifth dimension and helped me to realize that I've always had the power to go to the fifth dimension within my mind and to have that experience. So when it did happen, I was just so grateful, and I knew that it was just because, you know, of all the work that I was putting in and all of the research that I was doing and how much I was feeding my mind this type of information, and you know, I was able to get there. So definitely do your research, learn as much as you can, learn about, you know, chakras, and learn about auras, learn about occult sciences. The seventh thing that you really want to do if you want to go to the fifth dimension is you have to learn how to program the universe. You need to program the universe. You need to program your mind in order to go to the fifth dimension. You need to align your chakras. You need to tell the universe what you want. You need to believe that you deserve this, okay? You can do this through mantras to speak things into existence. That helps you get into the fifth dimension. Doing things like this, or like this, like this. These are mudras. These are ways that you can program the universe. If you know how to use these mudras and you know how to speak things into existence by using mantras, you can go into the fifth dimension. These things help you to stay in the fifth dimension because you're programming the universe to give you what you want. If you learn how to program the universe, you're easily learning how to maneuver through higher dimensions because you're using things that are outside of, you know, logical constructs. You're using things from higher sources of the universe to get what you want. These mantras and these mudras are very powerful, so when you use them, make sure that you use them with, you know, good intent. The eighth thing that you're going to want to do if you want to go to the fifth dimension is have a positive mindset. That is really what's going to take you to the next level in your spiritual journey, and you'll be able to reach, you know, that height of mindset and go into the fifth dimension. You really can do it. I mean, I've done it. So many people have done it. And, you know, people are going to way higher dimensions than just the fifth dimension. People are going to 6th, 7th, 8th, you know, millionth dimension. You just have to be on that level. You have to be in that state of consciousness in order to get there. But you can go to as many, you know, dimensions as you want because you're creating them within your own mind anyways. I hope that you found this video helpful and you learned some new ways that you can too go into the fifth dimension. Like I said, it does take work and it does take practice, but you definitely can do it. And the last thing I really wanted to let you know is that you just have to believe in yourself. Believe that you have the power within yourself to go to the fifth dimension, or really any dimension that you want, and use your power to create the things that you want. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I would love to connect with you, and I would love to talk to you about, you know, the fifth dimension, or answer any questions that you have. And if you've been to the fifth dimension, please leave, you know, some comments below. I would love to hear your experiences in the fifth dimension. Also, if you like this video, please hit the like button and also share this video with others. And if you are new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe and join this beautiful Dream Dosage family. And you can also connect with me on Instagram at the Dream Dosage. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.